Hi, welcome to Shane, Mike, Bo, and Chris's YouTube project. We want to research sports on YouTube and see how good of a place YouTube is for following sports. So the way we broke it down is we wanted to look at up-to-the-date sports on YouTube, recent past, so like the last few weeks, and then maybe the last few years. And our hypothesis was that YouTube would be good at documenting real old clips, like old player highlights, maybe even better than popular sports sites like ESPN.com. However, more up to the date and especially like breaking news highlights and stuff like that would not be easy to find on YouTube just because of the lag of people having to put it up and the poor archiving on YouTube. So our first clip shows a live feed of SportsCenter, and as we watch SportsCenter, we tried to find those same clips on YouTube.
SportsCenter ahead just for you, and let's begin. You know, it was exciting for Week 10, beginning with the Jets.
Well, yeah, it was a wild Week 10, obviously. Steelers and Patriots, they're intent on playing a 4-hour game. Jets and Browns, this one took almost the entire 75 minutes. They're the twin brothers, Rex and Rob Ryan, opposite sides in this one. Jets, Browns, fourth quarter. Browns on 2013, Colt McCoy. Look at old shooter from Texas, the rookie is. Muhammad Massaquoi for the 3-yard touchdown. We're tied at 20, going to overtime. ENOT, Nick Folk, chance to win it for the Jets. Oh, Nick missed 3 field goals. That's a career high in the game. That one's from 47 yards. Get your hand out of the way, fella. So 3, that's not good. We'll continue on. But with 30 seconds left in overtime, Mark Sanchez, Santonio Hall, look in route, and look at that. Gets by 3 Browns defenders and into the end zone. 37 yards. Looking like this guy's getting field goal range. Maybe Walt can get lucky and make one. Instead, Holmes says, we'll just finish this thing now. Jets win at 26-20.
The new regime, Cowboys of the New Meadowlands Stadium taking on the Giants. There's Jason Garrett making his head coaching debut. Second quarter, Giants already down 9-3 and imploding. Eli Manning. Oh, that's where Akeem Nicks was supposed to be. Oh well. Brian McCann goes 101 yards the other way. Eli 5 picks in his last 3 games. For McCann, that was the longest interception return for a touchdown in Cowboys history. Third quarter, 19-6. Dallas. John Pierre. Very impressive. 3 TD passes, throws for over 350 yards. There's a touchdown pass to Felix Jones, who does most of the work, running 71 yards for the score. It was a happy afternoon against the Giants. 33-20 the final as Jason Garrett all.
So despite what we thought, we actually were able to find highlights from the NFL games from that day, just as they were on SportsCenter. So it turned out YouTube actually was a very up-to-the-date place for finding sports highlights in terms of the NFL. And so what we wanted to look for next was comparing ESPN.com and YouTube and looking at recent past highlights. So we went to NFL Week 3, which was about 6 or 7 weeks ago, and looked to try and find if we could find good highlights on YouTube and on ESPN.com, and if one was better than the other.
Same game.
Bengals and Panthers,
like all
Carolina
official.
rookie Jimmy Clausen getting the start, and he fumbles the snap. Cincinnati is on it. Later in the first quarter, Clausen and company just outside the red zone. He's looking for Steve Smith, but is intercepted by Leon Hall. Cedric Benson scoring run at Cincinnati up 10-0 at the half. Fourth quarter, that's Jonathan Stewart, and he loses it. Carolina Panthers lost 3 fumbles in the game. They had 4 turnovers in all. Ensuing touch, Carson Palmer.
So once again, we found that YouTube actually was just as good as ESPN.com in finding highlights from recent past. So last we want to look at the far past, and we actually think YouTube will do a better job than ESPN.com in showing old player highlights such as Joe Montana or Barry Sanders highlights, so that's what we looked at next. Alright, so here we are, we go at ESPN.com, we're searching Joe Montana. The only thing we get is a player page, no actual highlights. Go to YouTube, go Joe Montana, highlights, and you see there's actually a lot of highlights for him. Click on one. Oh, there he is. God, stud. And you see plenty of just highlights. Obviously the quality isn't good because he's real old, but ESPN didn't even have him. And then if you look for a specific game,
Dude, just watch him score.
Montana Super Bowl 23. This actually So as you see, there's actually pretty good highlight on YouTube of that game. And if we search for Super Bowl 23 on ESPN.com, there's nothing here. The best thing that it actually shows is just an article. So in my opinion, most people tend to prefer seeing the actual highlight than just seeing an article about it. As we expected, YouTube was actually better at finding real player highlights in comparison to ESPN.com. As a whole, we found that YouTube was basically just as good as ESPN.com. It might not have been as in-depth or as clean of a setup, but we were able to find all the same stuff and even more when going back in the past. We only looked at the NFL, but we speculated this would work for any other sport. Just assuming that the sport isn't trying to take down the videos. For example, we know that Major League Baseball is really difficult to find on YouTube because they take down all the videos. But something like the NBA we think would probably work just as well. We also think that the more popular the sport is, the quicker videos will be up. So if you're trying to follow a more obscure sport, it might be more difficult on YouTube. But given the popularity of the NFL, it was actually pretty easy and just as good as ESPN. So thank you for watching our video.